Hi guys, in this video we are going to be putting up the siding around the second floor of our house. My mom has written out the measurements on a piece of wood where all of our studs on the other side of the wall are going, and my parents are going to draw them out on this side of the wall so they will know where to attach the siding. My dad is using a level to make very straight lines. Here are the studs on the inside of the wall that we are drawing out on the other side. In the spots where we need another stud but don't have one, we are taking a piece of 2x4 and just nailing it to the wall, and it will hold up the siding. Here you can see we have set up the laser level, and we set it up really high so that when it shoots the laser on the wall, it would reach all the way up to the second floor. My dad is using a controller to move the light from the laser around on the wall so he can measure from the laser and set up a level going across the wall. Then my parents are going to pull the chalk line across really tight to make a really level line, and this line will be the top of the first full plank. Now my dad is putting up the starter strip. Starter strips are used at the bottom of each wall of every house, and they need to be very level. This is done to lock the first course of siding in place so that the whole wall of siding will be level. We have put up the starter strip, and now we can put up the actual siding. The siding we have is Hardie plank, and it is made out of cement, sand, and cellulose fibers. My dad has cut the first strip, and my parents are putting it up and leveling it out using the chalk line that we put up and measuring the distance it has from the starter strip. My dad has secured the siding in place, except for at the end. He hasn't nailed it yet because we are going to install joint flashing. It is recommended to install joint flashing, and it goes under the end of the siding where two planks attach to each other, so that if the planks were to shift, the water would not be able to get under the siding. When installing Hardie plank siding, the ends of the boards beside each other need to be touching, and the nails you need to use need to be coil ring nails so that they won't come loose. The siding is very flimsy, so when you carry it, you have to carry it vertically so it won't snap. We have a whole thing laid out just for cutting the siding, and to cut it, there is a special blade you need to use. And when you cut it, you have to wear a mask so that you don't breathe in any of the fiber cement. And now on to the second row. When we are doing the second row, the Hardie plank siding should have a 1¼ inch overlap over top of the other row of siding. So when it rains, the water will slowly go down and none of it will go under the siding. Now that my dad has gotten the siding secured, just like in the first row, we are going to put joint flashing at the end. The joint flashing is metal and it comes in different colors. We chose the black one because our siding is a dark shade, and if the siding shifts, the white would not stand out and the black would kind of blend in with the siding and it wouldn't catch anyone's attention. So now we are going to take a break from this wall we were working on, and we are going to work on the other walls on the second floor. For the second floor, we are doing basically the same thing we did for the first row. We're measuring, we're cutting, and we're nailing the siding in place. The hardest part of doing the siding is getting the measurements correct around all of the windows you have to go around. On this wall, you can see we are putting the siding up in stairs, just like we did when we put up the shingles on our roof. This way, doing the siding, I think it's easier because you don't need to move the tools around as much. Now my dad is going to put up the trim. First, he is measuring everything out so that the trim can be very level and straight. He also has the laser level up to measure the side of the trim up against. And we don't have many videos of us putting the trim up, but we did it on all of the corners of our house. And when attaching the siding to the trim, the siding needs to start 1/8 of an inch away from the trim, and then we would go in the gap with silicone. Also, you can see that where 2 planks of siding attach, the seams, none of them overlap, and all of the seams are scattered around the wall. All around our house except this wall, we are putting up a white trim separating the first floor and the second floor. But on this side, we are going to have a deck. So we are going to put up a thick brown piece of wood. And from there, it would be easier to build our deck off of because the wood is stronger than the trim. We've gotten the wooden board up. I think it looks really nice. And now my dad is going to put the flashing over top of the wood, so when water comes down the wall, it will go away from the wall. On all of the walls, we have windows and doors, and around all of our windows and doors, before putting the siding up, we went around with a trim, and over the top of the trim, we went around with windows flashing. So right now, that's what my dad is doing. Also on this wall, we have an output because we're gonna have a deck here, and if we want to plug something into it. And around it, we are also going to be putting a trim. First, my dad is making sure that it fits. Then we painted the trim and are putting it on. And then my dad is stapling it into place. Here you can see that since we had a trim where the siding attaches to the trim, we are putting silicone, and we got colored silicone, so it is the exact same color as our siding. Before bringing the siding all the way up, we put up the sapphire and fascia. There will be another video where we do the sapphire and fascia, but here are a couple videos of us doing it. Once my parents had finished doing the sapphire and fascia, we brought the siding all the way up, and that's it for this video. Thank you for watching to the end, and thank you to everyone who liked and subscribed. Bye!